When the mud hits the fan. In Pokemon Eclipse episode 31. Haven't had any Pokemon for a while on this channel, so let's fix that, shall we? I could watch some other point of views, but Eclipse is still coming out, so want to give it some time. There's a lot of stuff to take care of on the backlog, so yeah.
You've snuck up on some Cypher Squad goons who are harvesting strange materials.
I appreciate the recap, because I kinda needed it. Like I said, it's been a minute. But hey, that's why he gives them, because you might need them.
I know the boss needs even more, but I gotta say, this prismatic amber stuff sure is pretty. Makes me wish I could just keep a little piece for myself, you know? As a souvenir for visiting this dinosaur-infested cenote.
Yeah, I wouldn't even risk it. You know the boss wouldn't be too happy, and I certainly wouldn't want to make that little brat mad.
Yeah, you're
Little
right.
brat.
It's best to be on their good side, especially with this whole mind control and take over the town plan.
That always seemed a little extreme to me.
Right? I'm much more excited about what comes after that.
Tell me about it. Bringing in the King of Ultra Beasts.
King of Ultra Beasts. Oh boy,
It
Cypher.
makes me wish I had the boss's psychic powers and could get instructions directly from it. Help bringing in this new age.
Well, we just need to get the portal instructions from the second book. Unfortunately, that worthless professor.
I wish there was a
always
recorder Pokemon for this.
All right, I've heard enough.
No, I want to keep hearing what they're going to blabble
Speak of
about.
the devil.
And he brought some friends.
Look, you losers best clear out of here.
Tell you what, we'll definitely do that. But you'll have to give us
Might
something.
as well just give it out
We
the
know you
entire
have
evil
Zero Two on you
scheme.
right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. And we don't
We
have
don't
time to
negotiate with
Kid,
terrorists.
Get up here and help me take out these goons.
Why me?
You
We are the
rush
main
up to the
character.
professor's side and
I'll
begin
never stop at that joke, but
battling
hey, we're
these
working
two.
with the professor.
It's nice to see
That's something they haven't done in the
battling.
Pokemon games
His
before.
team is composed of the
To my
starter that
knowledge.
you and Maple didn't choose, a Detroke, and a bouncy little Borka. The two of you make a pretty great team as you take on the Cypher Squads, Passacry, Frozo, and Torshed. After their teams are fainted, they stumble backwards and clip themselves into a couple of ropes hanging from the edge of the cenote high above.
Way to go,
Before
morons.
ascending, one of them powers on an MUW and lets loose an Ultra Beast before you.
Oh,
So,
dang it.
knew
I thought they were like
wanted
stuck
an
in
Ultra
vines
Beast
like
that was
Clayton and
related to
Tarzan, but no.
dinosaurs or prehistoric times or something like that, since we're down in the cenote and all. Now, as tempting as it is to do a dinosaur, we've already got some non-extinct dinosaur cryptid Pokemon in this region, and I don't know, this needs to be a little bit weirder as an Ultra Beast.
Yeah, if they're all
And
dinosaurs,
I remembered
it starts
the
feeling
curse
special.
of the Petrified Forest. Escalante Petrified Forest State Park in Utah has, as you can probably assume, a massive deposit of petrified wood. Just huge logs with different
Who scared
colors
this wood?
running through them because, you know, the various minerals that were absorbed during
I know what petrified is with
petrification
fossils, just
process.
one of
It's
those
very
funny
good,
words,
very,
just like
very
that means afraid.
Anyway, there's a legend
Multi-meaning
that if you
words.
take any petrified wood from the state park, that you will be cursed. Sure enough, the park gets a bunch of letters from people apparently struck with bad luck, sometimes mailing the piece that they took back to the park in hopes of breaking the curse. So yeah, that's fun.
Well,
Very fun.
So let me
Now,
get this straight.
I
You
want this
heard
to be a little
that
bit
the
more
legend
than just a
existed. You
stone.
took the piece. They called
Thought
bull
about
crud
doing
when
the
you
ghost
found it was
typing
real.
since it's a curse
Mind you,
and
some of this
all,
might be like, oh no,
but
bad
that
luck happened. It
felt
must
a
have been the
little
piece
too
of
on the
wood.
nose,
No, it could have just
so
been genuine
instead,
bad
we're gonna
luck.
bring
But I
in
ain't
the
risking
idea
that.
of oil as, you know, kind of
I
this
know
negative
superstitions are
visual.
baloney. That doesn't mean I'm
The
gonna
idea
start
that
walking on the
biological
ladders.
matter from the past broke down under pressure to create oil deposits. That also kind of works. So our
This
cursed
looks like
chunk
what if
of
Alolan
fossilized
muck
wood
was
has
in this tree.
goopy oil.
I don't mean
seeping
like a
out.
well, actually no, it'll be
Getting this
Alolan
concept to work was
Alolan Grimer,
surprisingly
not
tough.
Grimer. You know,
Just
Alolan Muck.
getting
I'm
all the
wrong.
pieces to kind of be the right
Grimer's the
proportions and everything.
pre-evolution. Muck
Though
is the
colors
evolution.
were
I got
definitely
mixed
fun.
up.
All right, let's go ahead and meet
If Alolan
Petro
Muck
Fiend,
was in the
the
log.
fossil curse Pokemon.
I love its shiny, but I like its original
UV
form more.
oil
This thing is
is
freaking
not actually
horrific.
the slick
What do you mean not
iridescent
horrific? Just
goo
creepy.
which moves about, but actually the chunk of multicolored stone. This rock type is able to produce a poisonous
Must be a rock.
secretion,
Oh no,
which it
rock
can
poison. What
use
am I
to
saying? Sorry.
explore its surroundings and manipulate objects. Despite their toxic typing, Petrofiend care for the natural world and look after endangered species. The ability is neutralizing gas. I wanted to give it something with like a lot of utility, so that neutralizes the abilities of all of the other Pokemon in battle, with the hidden ability being stench. It's pretty darn bulky and hits
I imagine
hard
so,
with
being a
its
rock.
poison type attacks, but you and the professor
Even rock
finally
Pokemons
managed
and
to take
well,
it
Pokemon
down.
generally aren't very strong.
Those
Rocks
things.
are in real
They've
life.
obviously got the plans for these micro-ultra wormhole device thingies, so I really hate to think what they will do with a larger portal.
Even trying to think about what they might bring through makes me
The
feel
king of the
afraid
Ultra
again.
Beasts.
Like I've seen it before in my mind's eye. A beast. An unstoppable beast.
Seen
One
it?
eye, three sides. When it comes, all dies.
It's quite the cryptic curse.
Certainly ominous.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish we could just zip up this wall after them.
You head over
Little
to the
reference to the
cables that they
grappling hook
ascended up
that
and
Gravity
examine
Falls
them.
Mabel had.
As you do, the Rotom shift in your pocket whirs to life.
Or maybe it's going to do
Rotom
some.
shift, analyzing data, bleep, blorb, boop, new ascension function added.
How convenient.
You and Maple pull out your devices and let them shift into their new form.
Oh, heck yes! Grappling hook!
You fire upward.
It wouldn't be
all
Mabel
three
without the
together to
grappling
make the
hook.
climb. You zip upward.
Oh, seriously, there's
and
one line I
it's
remember
mere
from
moments
Maple.
before
It's
you are
either
pulling yourselves
grappling hook
over the
or
lip of
we
the
need something really
Cenote
disturbing and
onto the
distracting.
hard
My time has
desert
come.
dirt beyond. Unfortunately, you are immediately met by some very displeased officers.
What are you doing
Including
here?
Dubs. They pull Professor Pines aside and
Yoink!
slap handcuffs.
Man! What the
Hey,
frig?
what's the big idea?
We've been trying to get a hold of you.
We just found out that you've got quite the record, Mr. William Pines. So you're under arrest.
We're just grateful that someone tipped us off, not only to the many crimes you've committed, but also where we could find you.
What
Stepping out
scoundrel
from
would do
behind the
such a thing?
officers, Glee is beaming.
You frickin'
I
bastard!
just wanted to help you uphold the law is all. Oh, and officers, on top of all the atrocities this fugitive has committed, he also stole my library book.
What? No, I
Would you
didn't.
mind getting that back to me too?
Sure thing, Lil Glee. You're the best.
The officers yank a journal quite similar to your own
Huh?
away from Professor Pines. No, you don't understand. You can't give that little monster that book.
Wanting to keep a young child from furthering their education? I don't know what this book is, but Glee deserves to get it back.
No, he doesn't.
Officer Dubs thumbs through the pages quickly, obviously not aware of the journal's contents.
Well,
But
no,
you
the
can
cops are
see
idiots.
Clear diagrams for building
That's
a
just
massive
established.
wormhole device.
And
No.
anyway, you're coming with us back to the station, Professor.
With that, they toss the professor into the
Hey.
back of their cop car and help Glee into the front seat. And then they drive away.
That
No,
was
no,
unfortunate.
no.
Well, no time to waste. Let's cross this desert and get our drunkle back. They've got the wrong guy. We'll be able to prove that he's innocent for sure.
You notice
How?
that Hadron seems particularly
You can't prove a
unsure
lack
about
of
the
information.
professor's innocence. But you all start
Also,
out across the
yeah,
desert
no, he's not
anyway.
innocent of a lot of
You
things.
run into a couple new Pokemon as you trek through the heat.
Hey guys, let me out of
The
prison as
first
long
of
as you do
which
the Patreon
is
Kofi
digging
ad.
tunnels through the sand and pokes its head out at your feet to investigate you. All right, time for a classic
dungeon
Asian
worm?
cryptid, the Mongolian death worm.
Ugh.
Such a hardcore name for what is essentially just a big old worm with scary teeth.
Reminds me of
This is gonna be
Wormquake
a
from the
two-stage
Bakugan
line,
series.
and it won't start
Or the
out
monster
too
in
big.
Tremors, or at least Tremors
And I had
1.
an
I know
idea
they
what
have the
a head would look
evolutionary
like,
cycle,
but
but
body
the
took
worm
me a
is
while
the
to figure
primary
out,
antagonist in
until I
the
realized
first
it would
movie.
be quite cute to give it this big belly where it stores
Also like how
water.
the Tremors
It's
series
supposed to
actually
look
did
like
regional
little
variants,
wiggly,
sorta.
come off a
There
little
were
bit better when
Arctic
we animate it.
birds too.
The line will be a fast but frail mixed attacker, and yeah, the colors came together pretty easy, and you'll also see that the shiny colors are a little wild, yellow and purple. This is to reference the fact that even though this will be a bug and ground type, it's quite capable of using electric and poison type moves, since the Mongolian death worm is said to be both very poisonous and capable of shocking people. I couldn't decide which of those types it should be,
So I chose
we're
both.
sticking with just bug ground. and giving it coverage moves instead. Alright,
Alright, that works.
let's
I
meet
can grow with that.
Wormite, the digging Pokemon.
I like both the
These
versions.
rather
They're both
rotund
cool.
worms live in harsh deserts where they hoard water in their jiggly bellies. Spending most of their days in the cool earth beneath the dunes, they only emerge to hunt prey or drain moisture from any plant life they
It's
find.
cute. I like it.
Wormite jaws are powerful, and once they clamp onto something, the worm retreats back underground with it. The ability is Speed Boost. I want this thing to be fast, and that raises the speed stat every turn.
Oh, good. Now I
with
can
the
get
hidden
banned like
ability being
Blaziken to
Arena
Ubers.
Trap. Its jaws are a little
Cowards.
intimidating, but it's actually pretty friendly. Would you add one of these wriggly buddies to your team?
No, because I generally
Alright,
have a full
continuing
party
on,
by now,
you
but I like the
spot
little
some
guy. Maybe in a
Mucklin
future playthrough.
playing amongst some old ruins. With them is its evolution.
Of course, they're going to
Oh,
evolve
yeah,
here.
it's time for a big, stinky evolution. So, a
Roar.
reminder, the Mucklin was based on goblins, and the idea of going, full goblin mode and being a gross, hedonistic mess. We're going to continue that here while pulling in some elements of the Bugane, which is an ogre-like cryptid from the Isle of Man, and, of course, we have to pull in some Gravity Falls stuff every once in a while, so this is 100%
Well, yeah, it's inspired off of Gravity Falls.
Gremloblin. I thought about bringing in the grass type because of the mushrooms growing on it, or the poison type because it's so stinky, but we're actually just going to stay mono ground. More power to monotypes, But more than the other inspirations, this is leaning into that goblin mode idea even more. This thing is just gross, but having the time of its life. You can try and shame this thing with its stinky armpits and mud and everything, but it just doesn't care. It's positive and fun, and yeah,
I like
think
its
the post
attitude.
communicates that
I
pretty
like
well.
its design,
okay, let's
too.
learn all about Gremucklin, the muddy Pokemon.
And this is when the mud
While
hits the
some
fan.
may find this ground type's unkempt appearance unsettling, Gremucklin are so confident in their carefree lifestyle that they couldn't be bothered if others disapprove. The mud on their backs is so thick that
Looks like it's having a
mushrooms are
blast
able
all the
to grow
time.
in
The
it.
hair's a little
If
creepy, but it's a
Gremucklin
goblin. Of course, it's gonna
offers
be a
a
little weird.
mushroom to you
And the
know
mushroom
you
in its
have
back is
made
like,
a
I don't
new
care.
friend. The ability is pick up, so that lets it use single-use items that other Pokemon use. Again, it's like picking up discarded stuff. With the hidden ability being damp.
You gave me a citrus berry?
It
Thanks you
waves
for the
at
citrus
you
berry.
and invites you to come dance and party
Use
with
the
it and its
citrus berry, I'll use
Mucklin
it.
friends. You appreciate the offer, but you have to get through the desert. But we'll pick up from there in the next
Alright,
episode.
the thick
Be
plot
sure to
got a
leave
little
like,
thicker
comment,
there.
and
We
subscribe
lost
if
a
you are
book and we
enjoying
lost
this series.
Professor, and now
There
it's
is a new
under arrest with the
puzzle
police who
at
just
the
happened to be
Discord
there at the
server,
perfect
so check out the
timing.
video
Ugh,
description
that
for
little
details.
brat.
Join
And we
all
basically
of the
learned
journey
all
of
of
ciphering fun that
the
we're having
Teeb's
there.
or evil
A
plants.
huge thank you
We
to
took a
the
break for a while, but we came back with a lot of lore in this one.
Angel and Cyberlord.
Just to
Support
know,
like
like,
theirs
what their
means
main goal is to release
Alright,
the
they're so great.
ultimate
Okay,
Ultra
okay.
Beast,
I will
the
catch you in
king
the
of the
next one.
Ultra Beast, and bring him to
Later,
this world
nerds.
with the bigger portal, which they can now do because they stole our book. And because apparently it's an overdue library book. We can't let that brat get away with this. He can't just summon Bill Cipher. This is too dangerous, which is what I guess that's what happened in the series itself, but with the backwards message spelled backwards. Or said backwards, rather. But it's just... Well, it's being true of the Rowdy Falls side of things, but yeah. The cryptids in this one were pretty cool too, especially the fossil one. It's just the idea of the whole... I love the idea of just like fossilized tree, just like this tree is cursed, so don't take any home with you. I'm gonna take some home with me. What do you mean it's cursed? Humans will just blame anyone else for their own mistakes. It's like the frickin' ugh. It's like how I think it's when Chips Ahoy had a tagline of 100 chips delicious, and then some lady counted every single chocolate chip that was in her pack of cookies and sued because it wasn't 100 chips, and she won that lawsuit. I hate humans. Humans are the worst thing that ever happened to humanity. But yeah, it's just... Well, I like the Pokemon in this one. The little dungeon worm thing was kind of cute. Probably going to be a bit more horrific if it evolves again over time, but you know. Right now it's fine, and the Gremlin guy is just living its best life. Don't hurt it. It's having a good time. Let it have that good time. Yeah, it deserves that. And, yeah. Can't believe it just freaking up and took us. Bleh. Took the thing. Now we gotta go back to square one. Alright. Well, guess we'll have to worry about that one in the next episode. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you all next time. Later.